Well, let's see who gets up on Saturday morning, huh? Oh, it's not Saturday, is it? It's Tuesday. Boy, stuff gets weird when you get old. What happened to Saturday? I don't know why. Uh, well, let's see if anybody else is around today. Oh, I guess I got to go live to make sure somebody's around and they could see me. Uh, but we all, the news is on the disasters. Uh, oh, James, JP, hi. Actually, I know so many JPs. It's amazing. They're mostly younger guys, but everything's younger than me. So that's not really good. But the emergency that's going on in California and everything. Remember, if you are caught in any of these things, the government has lots of money, and don't believe anybody about what's good and what isn't good, or who's got money, or how much money they're giving out, or whatever. Don't believe the internet unless it's from a .gov or a .org. Anybody else is a middle person and may have a political agenda in addition to just helping people. So always get the facts from the people giving out the money, okay? And that's very important. You don't go to other people, you don't go and use it. I mean, if you want to use them as a secondary source or where to go, but if you want to know how much money you're eligible for or where and how to get it, you go to the people who are giving out the money. Everybody else have other agendas that you cannot control. And that's so important. And people are getting scammed. I mean, that's the hurricanes down south. I mean, they are all giving out up to $42,000 if you're affected. So now the fire here. Now here are the places you want to call. And that's right, you have to call. Don't try to go on the internet and learn everything. Sure, you can pick up some stuff, but you want to get the real facts. There's too much crap on the internet, and particularly Google. Google, to me, is the big problem why people are in trouble, because they tell you stuff that is not right, and they only tell you stuff where they have a political bent or are getting paid. So don't. I mean, the help that's out there. We live in a country that 40% of everything in our country is given away for free. This is the economy of the United States. And the economy of the United States, 60% of the economy is capitalism. So that's Google. And they need money. Okay, all capitalists need money to survive. But 40% of everything in our country is community. It's free money community, that gives out free money and help. I mean, just think if we didn't have firemen, okay? And so we helped each other as neighbors, but the neighbors all charged us money to help us with our house on fire, right? Now, that's not a nice community to live in, is it? The guy comes over to help you with your house on fire, and he says, oh, let me check your credit card. That's capitalism and Google, okay? You got to stay on the side that's 40%. Capitalism is 60%. It's important, and we've done quite well with it, but it's not everything. Remember that. It's not everything. And what bothers me is that the rich people who don't even need free money are using the hell out of this side. They should keep over here. It's for people who don't have money, and to help your neighbor and to help other people. And that's what's going on in Los Angeles with all these fires. I mean, that's the biggest problem we had or whatever since who knows when. And all you hear now is people complaining about how they're handling. Fuck yeah. You have a 1,000-car pileup on the highway. Who cares about what their tires are? They couldn't stop in time. Man, you got a bigger problem right now, and that's just a waste of energy and time. Pointing fingers at people and things like that. We're all fucked up. We all make mistakes. And if you think everybody doesn't make mistakes, man, look at your own history. Well enough. You have to. That's part of being human. Okay, let's help the people in the Los Angeles area. Okay, here's where to go to get the facts. Okay, these are the real people that handing out the money that you want to know. I have phone numbers here, and I have websites. Okay. Okay, for phone numbers, you start with 211. Okay, that's a number in Los Angeles, is for the United Way. And the United Way tries to keep track on all the nonprofits available in their area. So your local United Way is trying to keep track of what nonprofit organizations that help people in their zip code, okay? So that's why you go to 211, you call them. See, they have an operator. Okay, there's two programs with that. There's 211.org, so you could go there, but that's different everywhere. I don't like it as much on on the website because it's different in every city and state and whatever. And that's why I like what I do is use Find Help instead, because that's the same everywhere. But Find Help doesn't have a number to call. 211.org has a phone number to call. And because of something like the fires going on, they will know. The operators will know. The operators won't know the details that you really have to get in the website and see. So call 211 and find out about it, because how much is available, where is important, because you're going to get all kinds of information from other people. You want to get it from the people who are giving out the money, okay, and they're the closest to that. Okay, the next is your U.S. Capitol building. This is Washington, D.C. They have a phone number for all your elected officials that you could call. And these are national elected officials, not local elected officials, national elected officials. So that's 202-224-3121, 202-224-3121. You call that number, and you have three people to talk to there. You have your senators. You have two senators. You can talk to both. I would call all three offices. You have nothing to lose. You want to get the best information. Having backup information and not trusting one source is the way to do anything in this life, because it's too unsecure just to trust one person. No, okay. I mean, I've been studying this for 50 years, and I can't know everything. God, no, you'd contact me and other people. Yeah. And the people giving out the money are better to contact than me. I'm not writing checks for you. These people are. And they're responsible, for letting people know. Your elected official is responsible for you to know what you're eligible for. They get paid to do that, okay? And they will help you more than anybody else. Why? Because if they help you get $40,000, of extra living expenses money, you'll vote for them forever. This is why these people always get reelected, and 99% or whatever it is. It's that high. These people always get reelected. So you call the U.S. Capitol. That's the switchboard, and you have a congressperson and two senators. Call all three. You have to start living like this if you really want the right answer. You could go on Google and piss away time and get half-baked ideas and stuff like that. No, you go and get the real information from real people who have the responsibility of telling you. Sure, the newscaster does, but they have a bigger responsibility of selling an ad. So you can't trust them. And get it from the horse's mouth, because that's where they're getting it. So cut out the middleman. Get it for sure. Okay, and then FEMA. Okay, FEMA has an 800 number. So you want to know how to contact them. And I have some friends out there in LA already getting money. God, it's a week later, and they all already got money to get a new place to live and all this kind of stuff. So this is the FEMA hotline, 800-621-3362, 800-621-3362, okay? Now, it's not going to get better than this. I mean, this is where the journalists will go to get information. You can do that too. You live in America. That means you all have the right to get all this information direct from the source and not worry about what people are doing in the middle, because they may be right, may be wrong, and this is your life. And you're responsible for your life. Nobody else is. So you have to know the sources to get it from the horse's mouth, and not take some Yahoo who has, I mean, maybe they're doing a good job, maybe not, but don't trust it. This is your life. You have one thing. I mean, you lose your whole house, or you're going to be out in the street. You go get. This is because you live in America. It's only because you live in America. Yeah, I don't know what other countries are like, and maybe they have something similar, but we have this, and this is what you have the right to for living in America. Don't forget, the America is us. We own it. That's why somebody did a nice video on me. If you put in the question mark guy, it just came out yesterday, and he did a wonderful story on me. It's on YouTube. Maybe I could get the. Where's the question mark guy? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the question mark guy who wasn't technically a scammer. So if you want to see my history, go to YouTube and put in the question mark guy who wasn't technically a scammer. It's a nice boy, but more importantly, to me, what's the nicest thing is the comments. There's 231 comments on that video. And so many people, there are a couple of people call me an asshole. I mean, you dress like I do, you expect anything. But so many wonderful comments about how this information helped their life. And it just, boy, I just read it last night for the first time. It was, made me get up earlier this morning and try to help more people. Because this is what you're after. This 40% of our community. And this is all community stuff. We all own this, okay? Capitalism, we don't own. The rich people own this, okay? In our country so far, you never know what's going to happen. We own this. We all have access to this. The government offices and nonprofit organizations. 40% of our economy is government offices and nonprofit organizations that give you money. Okay, that's what they're there for. That's why the rich people know this. This is why all the billionaires are following Trump around. They know there's more money in the government than ever will be available to them here. And plus, they have to be smart to get this money. They have to do something of value. Here, they think they just have to know somebody. Now you have to know somebody. And you do, because all your elected officials live on you voting for them. And that's important that you realize that. So you have the right to call all these people and ask them for help, because that's why they get paid. That's why they're there. So U.S. Capitol, FEMA, that's another thing. They work for you. And if FEMA messes you over, then you go to the Congress and tell them FEMA is fucking you over. And they will investigate. It's their job. Yeah. And that's what they're run to do. We got to have civics back in our curriculum to understand that 40% of everything in our country is available free and helps you. Without you spending money. You already did if you pay taxes. Even if you don't pay taxes, it doesn't matter. They're not going to check if you pay taxes. They're just going to check if you live here. And they won't even do that because you are here. And that's good enough. Legally or illegally. I mean, there's sure, even if you're illegal, there's a lot of these programs that are helpful because we don't want everybody just, help, and we want to help people. Okay, you're illegal, okay, well, that's a different story. You may not be able to get a grant, but maybe. You don't know until you ask. And that's the most important thing. That's why it's asking. So you have these 3 hotlines. Put them out on your refrigerator or whatever. Now, if you're geeky, you want to do geeky stuff? Okay, here's the websites. Okay, disasterassistance.gov. Okay, and you'll see stories. Oh, the government, there's no more disaster money, and the government is stealing people's houses, and all this fucking bullshit. It's just incredible because this is what sells. I know. I mean, you get people's attention if you want to sell something, right? I learned that a long time ago, and I didn't learn it in selling something. I learned it as a professor of computer science. Man, I knew I could not teach anybody anything if I didn't first keep them awake, because these were adults getting their degree at night, and I was teaching computer science, and if I couldn't keep them them awake, man, I couldn't teach them anything. So I know the first law of communication is to keep people awake, and particularly with media and stuff like that. Everybody has a gazillion stuffs of media. So me dressing like I do, whatever, and acting like I do, I love it. I love making people smile and things like that. But it also stops the clickers going through. Hey, what's that asshole talking about? I wonder what. So that's it. So on the internet, okay, disasterassistance.gov. You want to go there. Okay, then the other one is findhelp.org. This is like 211, and you could go to 211.org. I like this better. They have more details of contact information. It's the same way all over the country. Let's see. Lesko, good, great info. It's up to us what to do with it. His legacy stands the test of time. He's still here. Oh, that's so wonderful, Cara. Oh, come on, let me hug you. It's wonderful. Mr. Lesko, I appreciate what you're doing. It means a lot. Watching you for years. Keep it up for extremely helpful. Thank you. Yeah, well, a lot of people hate me. I get over that easily. In the beginning, it really hurt. Man, you know, you're working your heart off and somebody comes in. In our country, man, look at half the people hate the president. The other half, then the other president comes in, half the people hate them. Man, you're not going to please everybody. You have to follow your heart. That's why I think your heart is smarter than your brain. You got to do what you think is right. Other people do, that's that problem, not yours. If you don't follow your own heart, then you're not true to yourself, and that's more important. So, okay, disasterassistance.gov. Number 2, findhelp.org. Now, findhelp.org is really terrific. It's the best place to start learning about the 40% of the free money society that we live in, because that's only 40% of America is the free money society, okay? So we want to know about that, because that's where you don't have to pay to get help. And so Find Help is a good window into that. It's not the only source, but it's a good to start learning, and it's a .org. Remember, everything that gives out free money is a .gov or a .org, okay? I was 17 years old, and my family went through disaster. Hurricane through, destroyed hometown. My home was completely gone. FEMA gave us $250. Well, don't know when that was. In 2001. Well, my folks back in the 70s got a lot more than that when a flood took their house and business and everything. And don't know, there's all, you know, it happened to you, it's real, you know. And that's why you have to learn that something didn't slip through your fingers that you didn't know. Okay, so we have findhelp.org, but more importantly, not only for emergency, and you can put your zip code in there and then put emergency and see the stuff there, but you can also put other things. Even though your emergency money, you could still get rent money in addition to the emergency money. You could still get money for food in addition to the money. You could still get money to fix your car in addition to the emergency money. You could still get money to train for a better job in addition to the emergency money. That's all on findhelp.org, and all that is free. They give you free money. Okay, now another thing you should know about your elected official, because any part of the society, the free money society, that does not treat you right, you call your elected official. You have lots of them, not only up here in the federal level, but the local level. CommonCause.org will tell you all your local elected officials also, not only your federal officials, but your mayor, your city council, state representatives. I mean, you got a dozen there that can all help you. They have the power to call government offices and make them change their mind, get out of speeding tickets, all these kinds of things. They have that power, you know. And you state a case, you need that. And if I don't have my license, I won't be able to go to work and things like that. They can present that to the officials and overturn, and get your license back and stuff like that. Or get the government to give you the money. You didn't collect enough unemployment and you think you got screwed, you call them and ask them to do it. I mean, we have Megan who's on our helps a member who helps other members. See, Let'sGoHelp.com is where members help members. We have like 15,000 members now that are helping each other get programs like this, okay? 15,000 members helping members, okay? Not me. I mean, I certainly involved, but it's, see, to me, I think someone who just got money is much more, can relate to you a lot better than I can ever do it, okay? And that's important because I've been saying this for 50 years, and someone who just came on board and started getting money, that they could tell you what it's like now and what they did. That's why every day on Let's Go Help, we have 3 or 4 hours of people you could talk to live to answer your questions. It's a Zoom call. They're available on Zoom. And you just click on the Zoom and you're there and you can ask them any question you want about how to get this money. And other members are there too, and they tell you how they got it and everything. So that to me is the key to what we're doing now. It's only $20. And that's amazing to me that we could do that and be profitable. And we're so profitable, we give out money every month. Every month we give out over $70,000, well, actually we're down to $50,000. We're having a few slow months here. $50,000 to members. So we give our profit back to members like that. So we're giving like 40% of all our profit now is going back to members. What if you are defrauded by a commercial landlord who destroyed your entire business and is renting you a unit that took 7 months to fix up? You complain. You go to your elected official and complain, okay? Either call the Capitol Hill switchboard or go to Find Help and put in legal help. And there's free legal help to get those people, okay, that are not doing it right. This is a real story. This is my life. They need a miracle over 100. Well, you have to start pushing the buttons. Nobody's gonna, and don't go to Google. You're not gonna get help there, except people want your money. Okay, so you call your elected official. You get people to investigate. You call your, you go to findhelp.org, look under legal help, and start calling. You have to use your phone. You have to talk to people. Don't expect to get money on anything by sending people an email and the cavalry's going to show up at your door tomorrow. No, it doesn't work like that. People help people. They want to know you as a person. You have to get in front of them and show yourself as a person. And that's what's important. Because people want to help you, but they have to be connected with you somehow, and you don't do that on the internet. That's just robots talking to robots. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You got called, you elected official once and got surveilled, entrapped, and don't recommend it. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of stories. I would call another elected official and complain that they did that to you. I don't, unless you have money for a lawyer, but you probably don't. So you have to go through the system to get the system. Nice soup, by the way. Thank you. Live on feast, Consanova, gas and vitamin. Okay, so where are we now? CommonCause.org. Okay, you go to CommonCause.org and you put in your zip code and your address, and it shows you all your elected officials. Okay, for like the person who feels they got screwed by an elected official, you have 12 elected officials there. You call every one of them. I mean, if you want to solve the problem. If you don't want to solve the problem, fine, you know. But I think if you make some effort in solving a problem, you're helping other people too. So that people will know about this elected official. It's not there. If you just let it, you know, the water go right over your head and not do anything about it, then you're not helping the society in any way. You're not, you know, protecting other people. The story, that was a good word for us. That was a good word for it. I called it like that. Okay. Missed that? I know this guy from my childhood. Me? Probably. I've been doing this 50 years. Yeah. And I figure I have about 10 more years to do this. And I'm going to do this every day of my life because maybe, just maybe, one of you out there could call this and make a significant difference in your life, okay? That's what keeps you. I can't guarantee it. I can only guarantee that these are real programs that help real people, and they're there just because you live in America. And if you don't realize that and you think it's always for somebody else, yes, it is for somebody else if you don't do it. Somebody else is going to do it. And that's Monique. Is there an agency that I can call from or file a claim after my rent money was stolen? Depends on who stole it. The individual who stole it, my rent payments, was working for a post office and the management company. Wow. Okay, no, you have to do. Call your attorney general. You go to this website. Okay, find. Wait a minute. Oh God. Wait a minute. Okay, go naag.org. N, Nancy, A, alpha, G as in girl, .org. And put find my attorney general. And you file a complaint there, okay? Also, what I would do is go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code, then put in rent. And you find other people there that help you pay rent. They will know maybe how to fight this person who stole your rent, okay? And that's the way to do that, okay? Because if it was a check, then you could, you could see it deposited. Somebody sent that check and it wasn't you, unless you sent cash. But even do that, even if it's cash. You have to do something, make a police report. Yes, you do everything. You don't know what works, but you have to do everything you possibly can. If it's not worth it to you, then that's another thing, But remember, for you following through and doing that, you're helping other people too. And that's the important thing. Not that you get it back, but you stop this idiot from doing it to other people, okay? And that's the important thing. Okay, so if we can help you more, you want to join us at our community of, like, I forget, it was 12 or 15,000 people that are helping each other get all the grants they're eligible for. It's called leskohelp.com. Lesko, LESKO, HELP.com, okay? And let me help you too. Thank you.